Helmerich Payne's a little over 100 years old and is primarily engaged in provision of drilling services, predominantly to the oil and gas industry, but to several other industries as well. We operate in about 30 countries around the world, and then we have about 15,000 employees globally. Our biggest challenge is being able to take multiple data points and assimilate them quickly, and then be able to provide information to our leadership and to our operations in a timely fashion. Without resilienceOS, our ability to manage these type of incidents would take longer. They would require more manpower, would be less accurate in the sense that we would have to collect the data, assess the data, vet the data, and then be able to come to conclusions. Prior to resilienceOS, we would have used one of several different mass communication tools, and we would have pushed out information via text, email, a couple of different formats, because not all of them would work and not all of them were effective in each part of the world. And then we would have looked at a mixed result in terms of data coming back in, and it would have taken time. We would have had to have sifted through those responses in order to get what we needed. In terms of time spent, it would have been hours, and it would have been multiple people having to do that work. And it wouldn't have just been the security team doing that. We would have had to have leveraged HSE, operations, HR. We would have had to have leveraged a number of different functions within the organization. Having a system that can do that for us, that can help us be more effective, more efficient, gives us a better response time, a more accurate response, and allows us to serve our employees better. With resilienceOS, that's done in the app. It's aggregated and presented then in the platform. It allows us to be quicker and more efficient in our understanding of the data and its impact on our operation. The biggest benefit of resilienceOS to us has been the force multiplier that it provides to my team in terms of our ability to focus on our people rather than having to focus on the collection, amalgamation, and vetting of data. The system is doing that for us, and then we're able to focus on providing service to our people. The onboarding and training process with resilienceOS has been really great. Having an assigned product team to help us do implementation, having that expertise as part of the onboarding and implementation team has been really helpful. It's really important for H&P to have that freedom of choice when it comes to selecting intelligence providers. I think one of the things that we found is that not all of the intelligence providers in the market can provide the same quality and the same granularity of information in every region of the world. And so many times having a single provider is not always the best solution. And sometimes our needs change and evolve, and having the ability to pick and choose what information we want to integrate into the platform was really, really important to us. Just recently, we had the 12-day conflict between Israel and Iran. And during that time, we had a number of airspace closures in the Middle East and in that region as a whole. resilienceOS gave us the ability to see where people were, to see people were planning to be, and for us to then account for those people and communicate with them. We were able to do that in a timely way and to get a level of accuracy that we haven't had previously. The analogy I like to use is that of a kaleidoscope. You know, if you look through the tube of a kaleidoscope, there's lots of little pieces of color, but they don't form a picture. And it's not until you dial it just right that the picture becomes clear. And I think that's really where we're moving. I think that's what resilienceOS gives for us, is it gives us that clarity of data. So resilienceOS becomes a critical tool and a critical foundation block, not just for where we currently operate, but for where we may operate in the future. I think for me, that was probably the biggest aha moment, was the fact that this isn't just a security platform or isn't just a crisis management platform. It really is a business continuity platform that gives depth and resilience to the organization.